All right, welcome back. This is session 8 of the covenant, the new covenant, and unleavened bread. And we're going to get into this unleavened bread part again because Ezekiel covers this. It's the false prophets. It's Paul. It's the false rabbis, Maimonides, Talmud, Midrash, Mishnah. Anytime they go contrary to the law and tell you to do something like Seder meals, they're the leaven he's talking about. That's what you got to throw out. Just follow. He tells you plainly, I covered this at the beginning of the last one in Luke, if they will not hear Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. So if you won't hear Moses and the prophets about this, that's what I'm reading you. Well, here's the prophets, Ezekiel. He said unto me, Son of man, this is Ezekiel 11:2, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city. Yeah, a lot of people give you wicked counsel. Here's how you do a Passover, and they'll tell you to talk about herbs and eating some lamb shank roast, or I don't know. I don't think it's going to go so good for those guys. 11:3, which say, it is not near, let us build houses, the city is the cauldron, and we be the flesh. And this is what typical people are saying, Christians and Catholics over here. Oh, build more houses. We need to build a big house and this and that. They don't seem to understand. This city is the pot, the cauldron, and they be the flesh. This slaughter the sword is being sharpened right now. Man, we're on the knife's edge of this. We're on the sword's edge of this giant slaughter where they be the flesh. And this America is the cauldron. This is the pot. Well, here it is. 11:9 says, I will bring you out of the midst thereof, and deliver you into the hands of strangers, and will execute judgments among you. You shall fall by the sword. Ezekiel 11:10. I will judge you in the border of Israel, that's the USA, house of Israel, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah. So these people are all going to be getting judged in the border too. The ones that don't get killed in the city by the nukes will be trying to flee and getting judged in the border. That's not going to go good. You shall know that I am Yahuwah, for you have not walked in my statutes, neither have you executed my judgments, but have done after the manner of the heathen that are round about you. That's what heathen have done forever. Fertility goddess day with bunnies and rabbits and eggs. And that Seder meal, that goes way back to the Babylonian days. That's a Babylonian Talmud Seder meal. This is it's not what Moses told you to do. They break a bone. They don't kill a lamb. They do all kinds of... No. You need to make this new covenant. Yeah, just like Yahusha, short name, like Joshua. Going on in 11:18, and they shall come hither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence, and I will give them one heart. I will put a new spirit within you. I will take out the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them a heart of flesh. Most people's heart and spirit is really hardened today. You can read them this stuff, and they rebuke and rebuff at this. They turn the other way. Not going to do it. 20, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances and do them. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. So this is like the ordinances of Passover. He said you must do Passover according to all the ordinances in Numbers 9. And if you don't, that you get cut off and bear your sin. So this is teaching you to walk in his statutes, to do what he tells you to do, his ordinances. Not just the Ten Commandments. A lot of guys say, it's just the Ten Commandments. No, it's not. Here it is, it tells you right here, that you may walk in his statutes and his ordinances. Everything. What's the matter with this law? There's nothing the matter with this. The matter is with the people that won't do it. The matter is, what we should say is, what's the matter with these people? Yeah, and if you want to be his, if they shall be my people, I will be their God. You need to start thinking about making him your God. Fall down before your God. Fall down and do what he tells you to do. Everything. Well, that's what I do. Yeah, pray with your face to the ground. Fall down in obeisance to him. Obey him. He's out for our good. These laws are for our good. This covenant, this is for our good. This isn't something bad that these Christians and Catholics and Jews have talked you out of. Ezekiel 11:21, but as for them whose heart walks after the heart of their detestable things and their abominations, I will recompense their way upon their own heads, says Yahuwah. Verse 24 talks about Chaldean Babylon. That's us, latter-day daughter of Babylon. 12:2, all these chapters you'll see at the end here flow together all around Passover, the new covenant. 12:2, the Son of Man you dwell in the midst of a rebellious house. That's the house of Israel over here, America and Great Britain. Which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house. And this is what you got. Like the haircutting lady, she's doing Easter. Or my buddy, he's doing, cedar meals. They're a rebellious house. 12:6, in their sight shall you bear it upon your shoulders, carry it forth in the twilight. This is fascinating because it says, this is like Passover. Passover's done at twilight. But going on, for I have set thee for a sign unto the house of Israel. 12:13, my net will I spread upon them, shall be taken in a snare, and I will bring him to Babylon, the land of the Chaldeans. Yet shall he not see it, though he shall die there. 12:16, but I will leave a few of them from the sword, and from the famine, and from the pestilence, that they may declare all their abominations among the heathen where they come, and they shall know that I am Yahuwah. So the few that are left through this are going to declare all their abominations. Oh man, I can see it after this. After this is all wiped out and long gone, there'll be stories forever about, do you know that they got so bad, they were killing their own children in abortion. What? Yeah. And they were marrying sodomites. What? Yeah, by law. Yeah, they won't be able to believe it. This declaring of these abominations will go on and on through history. 12:18, the Son of Man, eat your bread with quaking and drink your water with trembling and carefulness. This is what people are going to be doing here after the nuclear bombs go off and whatnot. Say unto the people of the land, thus says Yahuwah God, inhabitants of Jerusalem and the land of Israel, that's the USA, shall eat their bread with carefulness and drink their water in astonishment. Yeah, they won't be going down to the local store anymore, or McDonald's or something, that her land may be desolate from all that's therein because of violence of all them that dwell therein. This is a very violent people. Yeah, as long as the law lets them get away with it, they'll do all sorts of violence. Whew. Christians, Catholics, and Jews. 12:20, the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, nuked. That's what that's talking about. The land shall be desolate, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah. Yeah. Now this next part's about the vision that's prolonged. This prolonged part is his mercy. He said mercy, and a lot of people now say, see, these visions, nothing's happening. Everyone thought something was going to happen last year in 2017. Well, he's been long-suffering with these religious people. Now, let's take a look what it says. For I am Yahuwah, I will speak, the word that shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and perform it, says Yahuwah. Therefore say unto them, thus says Yahuwah God, shall none of my words be prolonged any more. But the word which I have spoken shall be done, says Yahuwah God. So he's going to do all this. I think it's coming up real soon. We're in 2018, and World War III is just in the offing. Well, in Ezekiel 13, this is all about the leaven that you have to throw out. And 13 comes from the 13th, Deuteronomy 13, but 13:3. Thus says Yahuwah God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing, like Paul. And all these other guys, Maimonides or the Pope. Chapter 13 of Ezekiel is like the 13th floor on an elevator, Friday the 13th, or the 13th apostle. All this comes from the same thing. Deuteronomy 13 tells you how to tell a false apostle, the 13th apostle. And tells you that if they speak to thrust you out of the way of following Yahuwah, not keeping his laws and whatnot, then they're false. 13:10, because they have seduced my people, saying, peace, peace, and there was no peace. So this is what you have to throw out. You've got to throw out your religion. If you're following a religion that doesn't follow the law, if they're not teaching this, you got a choice to be made. You can go down where it's comfortable with everybody else, and you won't get on the outs with the family, and you won't get on the outs with society or your preacher, and it's comfortable. Or you can do like Yahushua, Son of God, said, where I came to pit, father against son. Think not that I came to bring peace, he says. I came to bring a sword. Going to pitch father against son, mother against daughter, and man's enemies of his own family. That's because when you do this, you're going to be on the outs with your buddies and your friends and your family. Because they don't do this. But going on, they've seduced my people, saying peace, peace, when there was no peace. Yeah, they all talk about peace. Peace be with you. There's no peace. These people are not peaceful. They're about gouging you and taking you and violating these laws. 13:17. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them, by your lying to my people that hear your lies. Verse 19. That's what they do. They lie to the people from the pulpit or from the synagogue, and people hear the lies and follow along. 13:22. Because the lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and you strengthen the hands of the wicked, that he should not turn from his wicked way by promising him life. That's what they do. They promise people life. Come on down and do the fertility goddess day, or come on down and do a cedar meal, and they promise you life. No, those ways are death. 23. Therefore you shall see no more vanity, nor divine divination, for I will deliver my people out of your hand, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah. So his people get finally delivered. We finally get delivered out of the hand of these people. Oh. Ezekiel 14 goes on. Son of man, these men have set up the idols in their heart, a stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired at all by them? People that are praying to God and not getting an answer, or they're getting a false answer, that's because he's answering them according to their stumbling block, their iniquity. Therefore speak unto them, say, thus says Yahuwah God, every man of the house of Israel that sets up his idols in his heart, and puts the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and comes to the prophet, like the prophet Paul, I, Yahuwah, will answer him according to the multitude of his idols. Yeah, rabbits, crosses, Star of David. That's how he's going to answer you. So you get the answer that you're looking for. Why? Because you love the lie. If you like, all that. If you want to follow the truth, it's available. 14:5, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. Yeah, their crosses, their Stars of David, all this stuff. Ezekiel 14:6, therefore say to the house of Israel, thus says Yahuwah God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn away your faces from your abomination. Verse 7, for every one of the house of Israel, the stranger, which separates himself from me, and sets up the idols in his heart, the stumbling block, remember, Paul's called a stumbling block in Revelation 2, and comes to the prophet, or inquire concerning him, I, Yahuwah, will answer him by myself. I will set my face against that man, and make him a sign of proverb. I'll cut him off from the midst of my people, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah. And if a prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, Yahuwah, have deceived that prophet. So you're being tested. You're being tested by a lying 13th apostle. And you're being tested by the Jews, who are adding to this law like crazy and taking away. Well, or the Pope and the Catechism, or Muhammad and their Quran. You want to just follow Moses and the prophets and Yahushua. And this is the leaven that you have to sift through and get out of your house. That's what this is.